Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. This video I'm actually really excited to do. It's not really what I usually do, but it's a little bit different. Today I'm going to show you how to clean your makeup brushes and beauty blender and all that stuff. It's very simple, very cheap and easy, and once you find out how to do it, it's so much easier, and like you'll have clean brushes and everything and they'll be beautiful. That's all I have. Let's get started. So for the brushes, you're going to need like a liquid type soap. It doesn't really matter, just whatever to your liking. And then you're going to grab like a small dish and you're going to squirt like a bunch of the soap, like a good amount, onto the plate. And that's probably a good amount. And once that's done, you will just set it to the side. On your brush, there's like a metal thing that holds in your bristles together. And what you don't want to do is that you don't want to let the water get past that or into that, because then the bristles will stop frying out and it will soften up the glue, and you don't want that. So make sure when you put it in water that it's tilted down like so. And make sure that the water that you're dampening your brush in is very warm. So obviously right here I'm just dampening my brush very good and making sure that it's completely wet. So after you feel your brush is totally wet, then you will just dunk the tip of the brush into the soap until it's like you think it's good. And then after that, you're going to want to rub it on the fingertips, because then it will like rub the makeup out. But as you can see, this brush was already pretty clean. So once you feel that you've gotten all of the makeup out of the brush, then you will just make sure that the brush is tilted, slanted, and just rub it again on your fingertips to make sure all the soap is out of your brush. Because if you leave soap in there, then it'll be all sticky and gross. And after that, you're just going to want to squeeze the excess water out for it to go onto the drying process. Here I'm just going to show you another brush that has a little bit more makeup on it so you can see it a little bit better how well the makeup comes out. But of course you damp it first and make sure that it doesn't go past that little metal thingy that's on your brush, because then it'll ruin the glue. And then you're just going to dip it in the soap, and then you're just going to rub it again against your fingertips to make sure that all the makeup comes out. And here you can see on my fingers and into the water how well the makeup is coming off. And you can rinse your hand every once in a while. Now that all the makeup is out, I'm just going to squeeze the excess water out so it can go into the drying process. Now here I'm going to show you an idea of what it's like to clean off your eye makeup brushes. So of course you can see the little metal thing. It's going to be a little bit harder, but you're not going to want to be able to get that water past it, because you do not want them bristles coming out. But the rest is just like any other brush. You just do the same routine. Now on to the drying process. First you're going to want to make sure that all the water is out, and then you're just going to squeeze it again with the towel just to make sure, and then you're just going to wipe it like you're wiping makeup on the towel. Then you're going to want to lay the brush on a counter or table with the bristles hanging off so the air can circulate around it. And again, you'll want to squeeze the water out, wipe it like you're wiping makeup on the towel, and then you're going to just lay it with the bristles hanging out. And the reason that it's easier for you to hang it with like the bristles hanging out is so the air can get in and around your brushes. But if you're scared that the water will go into the glue into your bristles, you can also just lay a towel down and then lay your brushes like slanted with like the bristles onto the towel down towards it, so the water will just go out onto the towel. Either way works, but I think laying them sideways takes a little bit less of time. Also, I encourage you to clean your brushes after you do your makeup. Now for your beauty blender, you're going to need like a foamy type soap, and if you don't know what I mean by that, it's like this, basically it's just foam, and it looks just like this. It doesn't matter what type, just whatever to your liking. And then you're going to dampen the beauty blender really well, like you're just about to do your makeup, but you're not. And you're just going to make sure that's damp, and then you're going to get a good amount of soap onto your hands and just cover that beauty blender with soap. And I mean cover it. Like you can get as many squirts as you want just to make sure that beauty blender has a lot of soap in it because you're going to want the soap to get in it to get the makeup out. Once you feel like your beauty blender has a lot of soap, don't wet it or anything, but just squeeze the beauty blender. And you can rinse off your hands since there'll be like a lot of makeup on it and you don't want the makeup soap to get into your beauty blender. But as you can see here, you can just see all of the makeup just coming out. And once you feel like all the soap and everything, like the water is coming out clear and there's no more makeup in it, then you can just stop squeezing it and then you can get it ready for the drying process. As you can see here, I finally got all the soap out of my beauty blender, so I'm just going to turn off the water and squeeze pretty much all of the water out. And then after that, you're just going to want to put it on like a towel, it doesn't matter, and you're just going to squeeze it some more just to make sure that some of the water's out. And then the rest, it's okay if it's a little bit damp, but the rest you're just going to let it air dry. That's all that I have, and I hope you loved it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys! No. No. Hey. Obvious. Okay.